Hey everybody, Picky Old Gamer here, and late stream here. This is a big controversial topic about Mike Matei. Mike Matei. Who's Mike Matei? Well, Mike Matei has worked with the James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, on Cinemassacre for a long time. He's not the main star. He's done a lot of the artwork. He's done some acting as the Joker, Bugs Bunny, and a few other characters which are funny as hell. And he's put a lot into it. He's co-producer and all this other stuff. Now he has done work on Cinemassacre. Recently there was a tweet, and you know, it's brought a lot of controversy. It's just, let me read it here. This is just, it's even to the point of it's been done to death. Retweet if you agree. If you use the rewind feature that is now standard on many NES and Super NES games available on the Switch, which basically lets you to hit a button and to rewind the game, the emulated old NES or Super Nintendo games, that's what it is. It says you did not, in caps, by any stretch of the imagination, beat the goddamn game. And then he ended up coming back and saying apparently some people took my last week as me telling them how to play their game, even though that wasn't even remotely related to what I was saying. If you want to use the replay feature, that is fine. There's a huge difference between beating a game and using replay. Well, let me just go ahead and just say exactly what I'm thinking about this. Cyrus Martin, my buddy, just did a video a little while back, or actually earlier today, maybe a few hours ago, if that much. And we've had differences of opinion in the epically geeky chat, and he had a different point. Let's go and talk about Cyrus's points, because he had a good point. If you take a game and beat it straight from the box, and he had the Contra code talking about Contra. And hold on a second. I didn't prepare as well as I should. Give me a second. I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Perfect in box. Even's got the fucking pan pizza thing in it. This has the Contra code, because Ultra is, well, Konami. And Cyrus's example, one of his examples was, if I use a Contra code, he said, and up, down, left, right, BA, select, start, and you get 30 lives and beat the game, it's not the same. He's correct. This fucking game is hard as shit. I was the only child. My sorry ass never got a friend to play with me. I never had two players. I played the game the best I could, and I beat this game many times with 30 lives code. Did I beat the game? You goddamn right I did. Anybody says I didn't beat it, you can go kiss my ass. But people that know me know that I'm honest. I will say I beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game at NES, but I used the 30 lives code. What does that mean? What does that differentiate? If you're not going to be upfront with how you beat a game, there's a difference. There's a difference between taking this single player, hitting the start button, and going all the way through, and me up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Is a difference. It takes more skill, and it is a more of accomplishment to beat it without putting a code in. But it doesn't mean I didn't beat the game, because they fucking put the code in the goddamn game. It's an option. It's easy mode without having a menu for it. So did I beat the game? Yeah, I beat the game many times. If anybody wants to tell me you didn't beat the game, that's what I think of you. Seriously, I'm to that point about this. That's not to Cyrus. He knows me. It's just anybody that says you didn't beat the game at all. I sat down by myself on my Nintendo on a 13-inch TV, put the code in, and struggled even with 30 lives. I beat it with 30 lives. I beat the game. Period. End discussion. But I beat it with 30 lives. If I went out there and lied to people and say I didn't beat the game with no cheat code, yeah. And it's no different if the fucking game has a goddamn menu system, and the menu system has easy, normal, and hard. If I beat it on easy and I was telling everybody I beat it on normal, then I'm a liar. I get that. That's Cyrus's point, and he has a good point. This is not the point of Mike Matei's tweet. I have watched Mike Matei and some of his streams. I used to try to watch some of his content, and I got disgusted in his content simply because he was an arrogant prick. And even Cyrus on the side and some of his comments were saying, yeah, he's heard a lot of bad things. Well, it's because that's the way people take him. I have nothing personal against him, and with YouTube harassment policy, I'm not going to be like, if somebody says you're harassing him, I'm not harassing him. He's a big time YouTuber. He has Cinemassacre that he posts all this stuff. He put this out to get attention. Okay? He put this out to get attention. He has 93,000 fucking followers just on Twitter. He wanted attention, and this is the attention he's getting from me and other YouTubers. I'm giving my opinion. I'm not bashing him. Hey, Nighthawk, and then Ryan Lands. Hey, you guys, how y'all doing? You actually get to see my stream. Anyway, what I've been saying is Cyrus Martin has some good points about, yeah, if you beat the game as is, or you put a cheat code like in this game, his example of Contra, yeah, there's a difference, and you shouldn't be out there lying about it. This is not the point with Mike Matei. Mike Matei is being an arrogant ass about it. He's being an elitist. He's being a shithead. And people that have watched his content just know it. I mean, I have nothing against the guy. I wish no ill will on him, but he's being a dick. You didn't beat the goddamn game. Well, you know, Mike, yeah, some people do. If Nintendo puts in a feature that's approved by all the publishers of those games on the Switch, such as the Rewind, it's an option. Dreamcast guy made a video about this, and I don't agree with everything he posts, and I'm not bashing him either. I'm just saying some of this stuff I don't agree with. But he says, why don't we look at these things like a replayability as accessibility options for people who have issues? I suck at video games, folks. I suck at them. So when my wife and I sit on the couch with our Super NES Classic playing Donkey Kong Country, we use save states. Did we beat the goddamn game, Mike? You goddamn right we did. You know, and I'm reading what Ryan, thanks for the comments. Ryan says, sure, the details matter, but if you want to get in the weeds about beating the game, then it's not going to be easy. Yeah, I mean, I get that. You know, it doesn't matter how you beat it as long as you're honest about it. My wife and I took a long time with our schedules and shit to beat Donkey Kong Country. We used some save states. We beat the fucking game with save states. It helped us. Things like save states, rewind feature, they help when people need it. We put a lot of cursing. We threw them controllers. We cussed the thing out to where our daughter just looked at us and went, okay, went upstairs and left us alone, to the point when we finally beat the game, we felt an accomplishment. Sure, we didn't beat it as grabbing a cartridge like this, plugging it into the Super Nintendo and going straight through it. But I am not the type of person that's going to lie and tell you I beat it that way. I'm going to tell you that I beat a game with save states, or I beat a game with a rewind feature. Did I beat it? Yeah, I beat it. But I beat it in a different way. It's no different than the options menu in a game with easy, normal, hard, or whatever else. You beat the game. You beat the game. You just got to be honest about it. And Mike Matei's fucking attitude is he's an elitist dickhead. Period. That's why a lot of people are pissed off. Cyrus had a really good points about, if you sit there and say, I beat the game of Contra, and then the other person said, I beat the game of Contra with 30 lives code, they're not the same. I get that. Completely get that. And then we bring in competitive. There's some examples, and I'm not bashing Cyrus. Him and I had some really good discussions about this. What about competitive? What about Billy Mitchell? He brought this up. Billy Mitchell. The difference is Billy Mitchell was competing against the rest of the fucking world, and he had a set thing of rules. He had to play on a certain hardware and play a certain way, and he had standards to uphold, I should say, and he lied. If I sit here and here's another, move my shit around here. If I play one of these two games, old games, and I plug in Soul Blade here, and I want to play it on the easiest goddamn difficulty, you know, it doesn't matter. I still beat the game. I'm just going to tell you, yeah, I beat it on easy because I suck at it, or I haven't fucking had time to practice again. The thing of the matter is, we need to stop shaming people and judging them for how they play their video games. If you go home and you take a video game, whether it be PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, all these new things, and all you do is sit there on the fucking couch, in your chair, in your bedroom, and you play against the computer, you have nobody else to prove it to. Play it, beat it the way you need to. You did beat it, and just be honest about it, and that makes sense. You shouldn't be out there lying about it. But Mike Matei did, and he knows he fucked up. But he sounds like I don't think he knows he fucked up. Reading some of his replies, he thinks you're just handing stuff on a silver platter. He's a dickhead. He is a douchebag. He's an elitist. And I agree with Down Phoenix. He is really skirting along off the success of James Rolfe. Mike Matei has done a lot of good work on Cinemassacre, but Mike Matei's not the star. James Rolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd, is. That's the truth. Then he gets on streams using Cinemassacre's name and says and just acts arrogant, and he's better than everybody else. He's a great video game player. He has fucking amazing talents. There's no question that man has amazing talents playing video games. That doesn't make him a better person. It just makes him an arrogant shithead. Plain and simple. I mean, it just is. That's the point of this entire issue with Mr. Matei's tweet. Is it's not about how you beat the game. It's just that he thinks if you don't beat it in a certain way, and he even beats it by putting even higher standards. He beat like Ninja Gaiden Deathless, I think. Amazing skill that man has. But he doesn't have the right to judge whether using a rewind or replayability or save states or wherever else is not beating the game. He's just being an elitist, and I agree with a lot of people. So this has been 13 minutes of talking. I actually have a few people watching. Nighthawk, Ryan, you jumped into chat. There's not much of chatting going on. I have nothing against Mike Matei. We all have difference of opinion. Me and Cyrus have a difference of opinion, but I was talking to him before this video. This is the difference. The difference is Cyrus was talking about you can't compare them. 100% correct. But that's not the point. Mike Matei pissing people off by being an arrogant asshole. He's being an arrogant asshole, and that's the whole thing. Wazer Waffle, appreciate you jumping in. He said 100% agree, Picky. I knew a person who was like that. Elitists are the worst. I don't understand it. You know, I appreciate your comment there. I appreciate you watching. I'm starting to wrap this up. Ryan just commented, Mike Matei doesn't get to decide what beating the game is for others. That's correct. What about the people who have disabilities? I'm not got a disability other than I am ugly, weird looking, and I suck at video games. I know I'm being funny, but what if somebody has a disability? What if somebody has a disability and they need that rewind feature? Did Mr. Matei ever think about that? And of course he didn't. He's out there measuring his manhood and measuring his worth. That's how he beats a video game. It's elitist bullshit, and it's not needed. That rots away at our gaming culture, and it's just septic. We don't need it. It's not good for anybody. Just beat the games how you see fit. If you want to put cheat codes in, put them in. You want to use replay, use them. You want to use save states, just be honest in how you say it. Because if you are starting to compete with people, world records, speed running, there's more ways to beat a game, and beating a game with cheats is okay as long as you talk about it. Because different types of speed runnings have different type of categories. I know I love speed running, at least watching it. I suck at it, but I watch it. Let's just be honest to how we beat the game and get away from this elitist bullshit. Because Mike Matei, you're an arrogant asshole, and frankly, you don't speak for the gaming community. So calm down, dude. And frankly, you're kind of riding on James Ross' coattails, so calm down yourself. I do appreciate everybody watching. I didn't think anybody would come in here and watch me. I'm going to start doing more of these pop-up streams. It's easier on me just to throw stuff out there like Cyrus does. I know Ryan, Wazer Waffle, Nighthawk. I do appreciate everybody comment. It's a very short video, I guess, 16 minutes. But this is my take on Mike Matei's tweet. I think it's the way he's acting. It's all elitism. It's not. It's different. I have a different point than Cyrus Martin's video. Watch Cyrus's video. He's got around 30 minutes of it. It's a good point. He's got a really good point. And we're going to try to talk about this weekend on Game Ramblings. We're going to go back and forth about it and see what we're going to talk about. And I do thank you, Wazer Waffle. Looking forward to more of these picking. I'm going to try to do this more often where I can engage more people. Hopefully this will be a different way of me putting out videos. So I do appreciate watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, give Cyrus Martin a watch. He's got a good video, a good take on this, and a good point of view. Let me know what you think. All right, everybody. TKO Gamer out.